Hello everyone, this is my YouTube channel, The IELTS Insider, and today we will do IELTS Essay, means task 2. Task 2, which is of 6 bands out of 9, means there are 2 tasks in writing. One is task 2 and another one is task 1, and task 2 constitutes of 6 bands. Another 3 bands are for task 1. So it is an academic as well as a general IELTS task 2. The statement says the percentage of overweight children in Western society has increased by almost 20% in the last 10 years. So the question is, discuss causes and effects of this disturbing trend. So we know that in task 2 statement, there are always 2 types of statement. One is factual statement and another one is subjective statement. So factual statement is from the percentage to years, and subjective statement in which a question is asked, it says that discuss causes and effects of this disturbing trend. So in introduction we have to do, so let's first discuss about the structure of IELTS task 2. The structure will include introduction, body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2, and then conclusion. See, in introduction we have to do 3 things. First one is we have to write general line, and then the second thing is we have to rephrase the factual statement, and the third one is we have to answer the subjective statement, means we have to write the thesis line, like what we are going to write about in the essay. So this will be introduction. So body paragraph 1, so what is asked in our question is causes. So I will write down the reasons, basically causes. So I will write 2 causes. Why? Because here it is plural. So if I will write only 1, so it will not be fulfilling the requirement of the question. So if I will write 3, then my essay will be too lengthy. So in order to make it a proper balance, I can write 2, and also I will have a limited time period to write this. So 2 reasons will be enough. Second is in body paragraph 2, they have asked about effects. Also this is also plural, so I will write about 2 effects. So same reason why I am not writing 1 effect or 3 effect, I will write 2 effects. Why? Because 3 will be lengthy and 1 will not be fulfilling the requirement of the question. And then of course in the end of the essay there will be a conclusion. So let's discuss the introduction in detail. So very first thing in introduction I have to do is I will write down the general line about the topic of my essay, and then I will rephrase the factual statement, which is from the percentage till years. And the third thing is answering to the question. The question is discuss causes and effects of this disturbing trend, and also but it is also known as thesis line of the essay. So let's talk about general line. If we will read the question, so the question is the percentage of overweight children in Western society has increased by almost 20% in the last 10 years. So they are talking about health. So health means health concern, like the ratio of individuals who are obese is increasing to a great extent, especially in the Western society. So they are talking about the health. So I will write down the general line on health. Next thing is rephrasing. Rephrasing means for the beginners, they can do just use the synonyms for each word and make a proper sensible sentence. So like for percentage I can write down ratio. I can also say the cases. Overweight means fat individuals, obese children, young ones. And then in Western societies, I can say that Western countries or community can also be a word for society, has increased. For increase, I can write down surged by almost 20%. For this, I can write down to a great extent, काफ़ी हद तक. In the last 10 years, so 10-year life time period is 1 decade, a decade. So this, with the usage of these synonyms, I can write down I can do the rephrasing of my factual statement, which is from the till years. What is the meaning of factual statement? In which on any topic a statement is written where there is no question, so that is factual statement. So next is thesis line, that is called the subjective statement. Answering to subjective statement, discuss causes and effects of the disturbing trend. Disturbing trend, why this is called as disturbing trend? Because this is discouraging, means this is unacceptable, as the obese cases, children who are becoming obese is increasing. So obviously this is not acceptable by the society. This is concerning issue. So they have also used the word disturbing trend, and they have asked about the reasons why these youngsters are becoming obese, and then they have asked about the effects. So let's discuss two different types of introductions. So this is one of the example of introduction in which I have started with irrefutably word. The meaning of this word is something which cannot be refused. We can also start our answer with indeed, without any doubt, or without any columns, or we can say as undeniably, means something which cannot be denied. So we can also use it as it is irrefutable, and then whatever I want to write about the general line. So irrefutably, psychological and physiological. Psychological is a good word, again physiological is a qualitative word. So psychological means mental, physiological means physical. So mental and physical health, instead I have used the word psychological and physiological health play a key role to lead a successful life by any individual. So up to here, this is my general line. So this was the criteria of first thing that I needed in my introduction. I have written a general line on the topic of health, that health plays a key role in the life of individuals. I have written the same thing but in quite different way. So next thing is rephrasing of factual statement in this modern world. This I can use because whatever the topics are, those topics are very current. The recent topics are chosen by IELTS. So in this modern world, the cases of obese young ones are surging to a great extent since the last 1 decade, especially in Western nations. So I have just done nothing but I have rephrased the factual statement. This is called rephrasing. So I have only used synonyms. Cases of obese young ones, in the question there was written percentage of overweight children. So I have just used synonyms, and my entire sentence makes a sense. So next is answering to the factual statement, that is called thesis line. So whatever will be asked in the question, only that I will write. So I cannot go off topic. So they have said they have asked about causes and effects. So causes, for that I can write this can be attributed to a range of factors. I mean there can be number of reasons behind this development. The essay shall discuss various causes and ramification. Ramification means effects of the same. Of the same means whatever the topic we are talking about. Fine. So this is my thesis line. So with this is the entire introduction of the essay. So this is another introduction of the same essay, in which I have started writing with irrefutably word, which means irrefusable. Physical strength and mental power both play a key role to lead a successful life for all masses living in different parts of the world. So here, instead of writing for all individuals, I have little exaggerate this point. A successful life for all masses living in different parts of the world. This is my general line, and then I have written however. So although health plays an important role in the life of people, but however means but it is witnessed, ये देखा जाता है that from the last few years, पिछले कुछ सालों से देखा जा रहा है that a great deal of surge amongst obese youngsters, especially in Western cultural communities, is becoming a concern. So this is my factual statement, but I have written whatever the meaning was written in the factual statement of the question, but my words are quite different. This is what they have asked. If I will use the same words, what the examiner will do, he will only underline my words that are copied from the question, and then it will also put negative impact on my checking. So instead of doing that, to avoid that, I can simply use the synonyms and write down the rephrasing of the factual statement. And then the thesis line: there can be various reasons behind this undesirable trend. The essay shall discuss various causes and ramification, means effects of the same. Of the same means of the same topic we are talking about, that is obesity. Students, it is always advised that one should always use different words, means different synonyms for the words written in the question. So instead of writing causes again and again, we can use the word reasons, factors, points, root cause, means major problem behind this. Overweight children, for that we can use the word obese individuals. Fat children, for children we can also use the word young ones, youngsters, youth. For effects we can use the word ramifications, aftermath, adverse effect, ill effects, repercussions. So students, after writing introduction, in body paragraph 1 we will write 2 reasons, and the way of writing our points is, first I will write down the point and then I will explain that point. It is always advised to explain the point properly, and then I will give one example. Out of 2 points I will give example of only one. So the first point is poor diet. So why individuals, youngsters these days are becoming fat or obese? The first reason is because of their poor diet. Poor diet basically means unhealthy diet. So we know that youngsters these days are highly attracted toward fast food. Fast food is the true love of youngsters, not only youngsters, in fact all individuals of this modern world. So first thing, why people nowadays eat more junk food? Why people were not that much interested in fast food in the past times? So the very first thing, the very first reason behind the very first reason that today people prefer fast food is fast food outlets. Outlet means shops. Shops which are opened at every corner of the society. So there is domination. So everywhere one can get fast food, means junk food, on streets, in cafes. So it is easily accessible, and also it is cheap means we will not use the word cheap in our essay. Instead we will use the word inexpensive. This is more formal word, and we need to write more formal words in our writing in order to score better marks. So fast food, which is not only inexpensive, but the shops which are opened at every corner of the society, so there is domination. That's why people prefer this junk food. Second reason for this, in order to explain the point why people are preferring more poor diet these days, that the families in this modern world, these are dual income society, dual income families, which means, so unlike the past when there was male dominating society means the male used to go out of the home and work, and the female used to prepare the food at home. But nowadays both mother as well as father, they are spending their 2/3 of the day at their workplaces doing their work. Why? Because they want to fulfill their requirements, they want to make their both ends meet. So ready-made food, frozen food, instant food, these options are more suitable for hard-working parents, so they prefer to feed their children with ready-made food instead of preparing the traditional homemade food. Another reason can be also the very first thing, we prefer to eat like fries, pizzas, because these are tempting. Tempting means attractive, so we can use the word attractive, but this is very common, so instead we can use the word tempting. Also it is delicious and there is variety of food. So even if people prefer to eat homemade food like vegetables and chapatis, but people get bored from those few options. But junk food, it provides us variety of food items, so that's why people are preferring unhealthy diet. But as a result of this, what is happening, that they are becoming obese, the fat is getting deposited in their body. The second reason is lack of recreational activities. Recreational, see, instead of this I would have also used the word lack of physical activities, but recreational is a better word. So try to use your simple words, a better version of your simple words. This will also improve your writing. The why people are not interested in outdoor activities these days, you must have seen that people aren't that much active as compared to past. So the first thing is they have their mobile phones in their phones. Even a child who cannot speak, they have mobile phone. The person know how to skip a video on YouTube. The person may not know to speak the word mother and father, and this is very surprising fact of modern society. So basically what does this mean, that there is overuse means लोड से ज़्यादा यूज़ हो रहा है, और वी कैन से दैट देयर इज़ addiction of what electronical gadgets amongst youngsters. So they are glued in front of the screens and they entertain themselves while scrolling the videos, playing the games. They prefer not to do indoor games. They prefer indoor games and over outdoor games. So due to this, they choose always indoor games, not outdoor games, outdoor tasks. So people are reluctant to do recreational activities, means there is no physical activities, and how they will become active, how they will have a fit body. So this is not possible. And also in some cases, like in urban areas, there is lack of playgrounds or parks, so there is poor infrastructure. Like in villages, there are open grounds where children can go and play. So in some cases this is a possible reason. The last reason can be advertisement. So ads which play a crucial role, which are booming. One can see ads on the streets to pop up the notification that pop up on our screen. So these advertising industries, what they do, they ensure that children constitute the major customers. Means, so they target the children, that their major customers are children, because children are stubborn. They can ask from their parents that they want this thing or that thing. So the children, they know different varieties of snacks because of advertisement that they see on their tablets or television. So advertising industries or commercials or promotions, these requires means companies spend hefty amount of money. Why? In order to make those videos, those ads fascinating to children. So they can use animated videos, or they can use their favorite cartoons. So one of the example of this can be like Kinder Joy, which is a chocolate snack, everyone knows that. And these Kinder Joy, what it is only not even a half spoon of chocolate, but every youngster, especially the teens or the one belonging to 15 to 12 years old, they know that Kinder Joy is something that is of their interest. So they ask their parents, those children who cannot even make a sentence in their mother tongue, so they ask that this is the thing that they want from their parents. So this is possible only because of advertisement that they see on televisions. So these are the reasons. After writing the causes, which we have discussed 3, but we will only write 2, otherwise our body paragraph will become lengthy, and also we will not be having that much time to write. In our body paragraph 2, we will write down 2 effects with the same procedure, same method. We will write down the point, and then we will write down the explanation, and then the example, and then again the second point, and then explain it, and I will conclude, means close the body paragraph 2. So this is the basic way of writing body paragraph 2 or body paragraph 1. So the first effect means, so okay, youngsters are becoming fat. So we have already talked about the reasons that क्यों जो है सोसाइटी के जो यंगस्टर्स हैं वो फैट हो रहे हैं. एंड नाउ वी विल टॉक अबाउट कि इसका असर क्या होगा उनकी ज़िंदगी पे. सो विच मीन्स अफेक्ट्स. So first one is large increase in health related diseases. Means such individuals who are fat, who are obese, they are vulnerable to other health issues as well, such as obesity. Obesity means motapa. And then the second is diabetes, which is commonly called as sugar in the society. So diabetes and cardiac arrest. So students, you can also use this word. This is a more attractive word to write. Cardiac problems. Cardiac problems means heart problems. So instead of writing this common word, I can use the word cardiac problem. You must have heard the term that someone dies because of cardiac arrest, means that is heart attack. So cardiac problems, and other can be those individuals will have weak immune system because they have various health issues. So if okay, the individuals will suffer from various other diseases, but what will be the next? So that will be our explanation of this point. So usually individuals who suffer from diseases, first of all, they will have discomfort in their life. Their life will not be no longer be normal as compared to their peers, and they will have restlessness. They will not be active in their life, so they will not be able to do their work with full concentration, which will eventually make them non-productive or less productive, I can say. So if they will be less productive, or they will not be able to do their work properly, either whether it is a studying or doing work, completing the assignments or any other work, so they will have problems. The second point can be bullying, which is very common in America. So bullying from others or their age mates is very common. This can affect their mental health. So bullying, what does this mean? Body shaming. If a person is fat, the person's age mates or peers or sometimes friends, they body shame them. So if a person will or is experiencing this, what will happen? They will have lower self-esteem. So see, again, I can use the word instead of self-esteem, confidence, but this is the more attractive word. So I will write, the individuals who are fat, they have lower self-esteem because of body shaming, because of bullying. This is an effect that will happen in their life. If a person has lower self-esteem, they may become victims of depression and anxiety. So वो क्या बन सकते हैं? वो पेशेंट बन सकते हैं, किसके? डिप्रेशन के एंड एंजाइटी के. तो नॉर्मली काफ़ी पहले सुना जाता था कि जो अमेरिकन्स हैं, स्पेशली यंग वंस है, they commit suicide because of body shaming or bullying, especially in like high school or their primary school. So this happens, if not in your country but in other countries. So this can be an example for this point. So this was the essay. So students, this was writing task 2 of IELTS. Hope you like my video, and if you like my video, please share and subscribe my YouTube channel, The IELTS Insider.